Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be making a very quick tutorial, guys. This style is very easy to make. So this is what you are working with here. You take your fabric. You might need about, let's say, a little over 3 yards because it's a full circle. So see what we're going to do. I folded my fabric into two. We've done something like this before. So fold your fabric into two like this. You see, this is the folded part here. It's folded into two. And then you're going to tilt it like this. Once you tilt it this way, you're going to go ahead and turn it around like this. You're going to come down here and find where your shoulder measurement divided by 2 fits in. So for me, it's somewhere here, which is 8. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. After that, you're going to place your tape here. And then you're going to come down 1 inch of shoulder slope. And then after that, you're going to insert your armhole divided by 2. So for me, that is going to be, bring it down after the 1 inch of shoulder slope, your armhole divided by 2. So for me, that is going to be at 9, which is basically round my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. That's how you're going to get this length. Once you get it, go ahead and mark it. And then you're going to connect it from here all the way to this point. And then on this line now, you're going to insert your bust divided by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. I'm going to add some ease to it. So 1/2 inch of ease and 1 inch of seam allowance. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect it like this. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to go up here and mark 3 inch of shoulders, my neckline. And then I'm going to connect my shoulder slope to this point. If you want, you can also add your 1/2 inch once and for all, your 1/2 inch of sewing it, right? That means all you have to now add is just 1 inch of folding the hemming it, because you've added your shoulder slope. And remember, we are cutting the front and the back at the same time. After that, I'm going to come down here and mark just 1 inch for the neck depth. This is for both the front and the back. And then I'm going to place my tape here now on this first line that I marked here. And then I'm going to just insert my dress length. I want the dress length to be about 36 when I'm done. So I'm going to mark it at 37 all the way around here. Although, just place your tape like this and keep moving it around. Although I know that this upper one here, I'll still go back and adjust a little bit of fabric so that it will meet up with this one. Because the length I have for this smaller one here on top, the shorter one on top is just 34. So I'm still going to go back in and add fabric here so that it will catch up with the length, the main length of my dress, because Akara doesn't go that far. So let me go ahead now and place my tape on the first straight line that I ruled here, and then I'm going to mark 37 all the way around. So guys, now the next thing I'm going to do is from this line that I marked here, I'm going to just cut it straight down into the side. You can't use the whole thing, because if you angle it this way, it will now be too much. Right, so I'm just going to try to like keep my hand straight from down here all the way to the end, just like this. So this is going to be my dress. I'm going to cut from here now out all the way from the shoulder slope into the armhole. So guys, this is what I brought out to complete this small piece here. You see, it's just from this point here all the way to this point here. So all I have to do is just to go ahead and take this fabric like this, cut it in form of a rectangle, and then I'm going to go back in here, use 1/2 inch to join it straight on this from here to here. Just this, let me raise it so you can see. Just from here to here, this straight part, so that I can get this small part here. So I'm just going to take it, join it to this part here, and then come back and trace it out. After tracing it out, then I can go back up to the neckline and cut and reduce the front by 2 more inches, so that it will be 3 inch for the front neckline and then 1 inch for the back neckline. Guys, you see I've joined it here. So you see the seam of the part where I joined it to. So this is it here, this is it on the other side. So So all I have to do is now to open it up, and then the one piece, which is this back, this one is going to be my back panel. The front one, you see, I cut it like I brought down the neckline by 2 more inches, so it's like 3 inches now. So another thing is the neckline. If you notice how her own is cut, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut like a V here, you understand? So I'm just going to go in and cut. So guys, you see the type of V her own has, so it's something like this. So from this point you can come in like, let's say 1 inch or 0.75 is okay, and then you're going to come down here by maybe 3 inches and then go in. So 0.75 from the end, and then 3 inches or 2.5 here, and then connect it like this like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So this is the neckline here, you see, something like this. So let me open it up so you can see. You see, it looks like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and join the shoulder to the shoulder. So join the shoulder on this side to the shoulder here, just like that, and then join the shoulder on this side to this side here. But first I'm going to use bias to turn this over. So you're going to cut a small piece of fabric and use it to turn the neckline over. If you want, you can just take your piece of fabric and then cut bias for the whole neckline. Guys, this is it here. You see, I have my fabric here. I just took a scrap fabric that I just cut out, and then I'm going to place it on this like this. Place it so it's on a fold, because my front panel is on a fold, and then I placed it just like this here. And then all I have to do is just to trace out the same neckline that I have here, just like this, then the round part, and then the shoulder slope, and go in about 2.5 from the neck here, and then that is it. All I have to do is just trace out like 2 inches or 3 inches in here. So let me go in a little bit here and then cut this like this. So this is going to serve as my facing. I'm going to cut this here, and cut this like this. All I have to do is just to take it like this, go to the sewing machine, and then you see I've cut out the whole thing. All I have to do is just take this piece here, place it on the neckline just the way I cut it out, place it on the neckline, and then I'm going to just sew from here, go down to the V, and then come back up again. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just place it on the shoulder and then sew everything. Once you finish sewing it, tuck it inside out. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut the sleeve now. So this is what I'm working with. Is my fabric that I folded into 2, and the width is about it depends on you how puffy you would want to make yours. You can do your armhole divided by 2 plus like extra 3 to 4 inches, right? And then what I did here is, to the length I'm working with, I have about a total of 14.5 for everything. So I'm going to go ahead now and mark 2.5 here for my puffy sleeve part, and then after that I'm going to come down here 4 inches for my cap height. That's your normal sleeve, and then to that I have about 1 inch down here just for the casing of the elastic. So now from this point here, in between here, I'm going to mark a straight line from this point to this point, just like that, and I'm going to find halfway through this line that's in between this one here. Halfway through this line that I marked is 14 right now, so halfway through that is going to be 7, and then I'm going to give it a curve below like this. And then this other second curve I'm supposed to give, like, remember, if you look at it, you see that what you are tracing is a normal bodice, apart from this upper part. This upper part here, this 2.5 is what is going to give us the girder on top. So what I'm going to do is just to go ahead and mark from this halfway line. I'm going to just connect it to the upper part here. So this is what will add to the puffiness. Instead of how we normally connect it to this line, I took it up here. And then the rest is going to remain the same. I just have to fold this here to make my casing. So I'm just going to cut from here all the way down. So I've cut it out. I'm just going to go ahead. Guys, I don't want to make mine too puffy because the dress is already big and then the sleeve is also puffy. I don't want to do that. So this is just a moderate size. If you want it wider, you can always add more fabric to yours. So now I'm going to go ahead and gather this upper part like this, and then join it to the top, fold this bottom part, add my elastic, you understand, and then close it up. So this is the top right now. Another thing you can also do is that to the back, you can do neckline of, instead of 3 inches, guys, you can also go back in and do 4 inches of neck width. like instead of doing 3 inches of neck width, you can do 4 inches of neck width. That way you don't have to add button at the back. But since I did 3 inches of neck width, I went ahead to split open the back so that I can add a button loop and then a button for the back, just so that my head can fit in here. But if you decided to use 4 inches of width, like how her own is, if you look at her neckline, you see it's wider, then you will not need any of this. You will not need to add the button at the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the shoulder here, close up my seam. But as I'm closing it up, coming towards the side here, like 10 inch from under your armhole here. So once you add this here and then you close it up, 10 inch from where your armhole curve is, this is what I'm saying, from this point here, from this line here, just go down 10 inches from this point, from after your armhole, then this point here, come down 10 inches from here, and then add a pocket to this part here, about 6 inches opening, and then close up the rest and fold your fabric. All you have to do is just attach your sleeve, fold the end, add elastic to it, and then close it up. Like I said, from the armhole down, like where the armhole starts, the bottom part here before where the sleeve is, you come down 10 inches and leave like 6 inches opening here, and then complete your seam, right? So this 6 inch opening is going to be for your elastic, and how you're going to join the elastic, 6 inches opening is for the pocket, right? So how you're going to do it is that once your seam is coming down from this point here, that 1 inch of seam allowance that you're using, you see coming down here, stops here at the 10 inch mark, leave 6 inches opening or 5 inch opening, continue the 1 inch and close it up. So that my seam allowance, you see the two sides, 1 inch on this side, 1 inch on this side. I used 1 inch on this side to join the lining to this side, and then the other side I used 1 inch elastic 1 inch seam allowance to join the lining on this other side. After that, I just closed up the upper part, closed up the lower part, and then brought up my seam again, you see. So I just made sure to have that 6 inches opening here, and then I used like half an inch to join the lining here, half an inch to join the lining here, close up the upper part, close up the lower part, and then when I put my hand in here, you'll see this is the pocket here. So that's basically how you do it on both sides. And once you're done, go ahead and hem the end of your clothes, and that is basically it. I've also gone ahead and added the button to the back. So you see I added the button here and then the buttonhole on the other side. So that's basically it. And then in case if you would need a belt, this is it here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Guys, please like, share, subscribe. Bye.